Hmm. Oh, okay, sir. So,
Yeah.
Sunil, how are you? Good evening, first of all.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. I'm fine, doing quite well. What
Okay,
about you, ma'am?
yeah, I'm also doing great. Thanks for asking. So now we should, I think, introduce ourselves because, this is our first conversation. So we should introduce ourselves. So would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yeah. No problem. So, my name is Sunil Khandekar. I'm from Goa. I've done my studies in civil engineering, and currently, for the last 8 years, I've been working as a site engineer at construction sites. My hobbies are reading books, newspaper,
Okay.
and having conversation with the people. That's it.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, okay, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, as you know that my name is Sushma and I am a homemaker. You can say I am the full manager of my home or
Yeah.
I belong to Delhi and I have two kids. And if I talk about my qualification, so I have done my graduation from arts. And as far as my hobbies are concerned, so I have some kind of hobbies like being a homemaker. I like cooking and stitching too. So but nowadays I because I am working on my communication skills, so nowadays I try to watch conversational videos on YouTube channels so that I can acquire some kind of knowledge from those videos. So yeah, that's all about myself in a nutshell. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good to hear that, ma'am. So, how long
Yeah.
you've been learning this language?
So it's been 2 years. So,
Yeah.
earlier when I embarked my journey, so I couldn't have any, knowledge about the English, how to speak a single sentence in a proper way. So I had lots of fumble in my speaking, though I had like profound knowledge about the grammar, but that time I couldn't like uh,
Yeah. I
couldn't
understood.
speak a single sentence in a proper way. So, but
Yeah.
after practicing or, after practicing with the people, so now I am okay with that. Like I can easily convey to other person. So what I want to say, and I also can easily understand what the other one is saying in English. So now I'm okay, and then I am also learning. I am still learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
Same
about
here.
you?
Same with me. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can say you can say, but my journey you can say is a little bit quite longer because I will say because I done my studies in English medium school and also graduation in
Okay.
English.
Hmm.
But later I didn't get enough opportunities you can say or enough environment as such. But I was working on it. But I just came across this Skype platform from the last 1 month you can say, and from that day onwards
Okay.
I've been consistent with that, consistent and continuous with my practice. And
Hmm. Okay, okay, that's good. That's great. This application is very good for
yeah,
the person who want to be fluent in English, right? In that way,
yeah,
like after using this application, because it is totally free of cost. There is no
yeah,
need to pay any money over there, so we can easily enhance our communication skill.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
hmm So like,
So, madam,
what do you do for?
no, no, go.
Okay, go ahead if you want to ask.
No.
First,
You ask
you
me.
can. Okay. Okay, so I was asking that so except using our conversation with the people, so what do you do in your leisure time to improve your communication skill or enhance your English? So what do
I
you do
just
for that?
yeah. So I just read books, newspaper, and all listen to some interviews, podcast or news channel. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So do you think that reading is important to improve the communication skills?
Yes, ma'am. Reading is
Reading and writing. Yeah, reading and
reading,
writing.
writing, listening. Actually, all are actually important. So I will just say first you have to know first start point. So whoever is a beginner stage, they first have to listen, then they have to
Hmm.
write, then they have to read, and then they have to I think it is my opinion. Speaking up is like conversation or any speaking, it is like practical. You are
Ah,
listening, you are writing and reading. It is your theory, and your
mm,
speaking is your I will say a practical exam, like you
mm.
can say.
Yeah, we can say the four pillar, to improving ourselves or communication.
Yeah,
So this is the four pill. These are the four pillars, right? But to be honest, I don't have any habit of reading and writing. I just do two things, like only listening and speaking. So in that way, I most of the time think, okay, should I improve or not? Because I don't have habit of reading and writing. So
yeah, yeah, I
that's why
understand.
I also asked the
No,
people,
no,
okay, is it really necessary?
yeah, said from my point of view. Your point of view may be different from my point of view. But if
Hmm.
that thing is working for you, then I think you can continue with that. If it is working for you, if it is working and no problem,
Exactly.
then go ahead with that. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because I also asked like other people this question. So is it necessary? But no, like some people also don't do like that. Like they only just go for the listening and speaking, because these are the like most important part of the learning English. Because before now, did how like whether you have a habit of reading or writing, but if you are not like listening and not speaking, so in that way you can't improve, I think. Right. So in like reading, not reading, and I am not saying that reading or writing is not necessary. But if the person doesn't have the like habit of this, so they can improve, I think, while listening and speaking, because these are the most important part of the learning any kind of skill, any kind of like language. I'm talking about the languages, right? So in that way, we can improve after listening and speaking, because it is said that if first you have to be a good listener, then you will be a good speaker.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, I think like that. So because I tried many times to build a habit of reading, but most of the time I get bored after reading one page, or for 5 minutes. So
Yeah, I
this is
understand.
not
I
my cup
understand.
of tea to read
Yeah, yeah,
and build a
I
habit
got it.
of reading.
Yeah, actually, no, as you mentioned, you said four pillars. So there is one pillar. I'm speaking with respect to my mine experience now. That
Mm-hmm.
writing part. I'm actually not that writer, but I write sometimes because I have to write my reports and something like that. So that is the only writing part I do. So more that writing, I'm also not consistent with the writing. I write only with respect to my job profile, with respect to that. So
Mm-hmm.
not that much writing, I can say, or writing you can say, like
Mm-hmm.
like giving message or typing giving reply or some messaging someone. That is the only writing I can say.
Ah, yeah. But some people say, okay, if you like read anything, if you go with the writing for that, like in your own way. So this is the one of the like way of learning or improving yourself. But yeah, to be honest, I don't do this.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't matter
yeah.
whether you do or not, but if
Mm.
I think if it is that
Yeah,
working
because
for you, then
mm,
yeah, if it is
because
working for
when
you,
we have Mhm, okay, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
you can continue. What?
yeah.
Uh,
So if it is working for you, I think then it will you don't need to do, because I can make it out from the way you are speaking and having conversation, that you are quite fluent in English. So if it is working, then you go ahead with that, whatever you have.
Yeah. What is my point of view? Like, if you have interest in anything, doesn't matter that is a writing or reading or any other process. So that time you can give your 100% in that. If we have a habit of reading or we like reading, so in that way we read or write the context. But if you don't have habit, so deliberately you have to do that. So that is not useful, I think. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
So if someone say, okay, you have to start reading. So if we are doing that reluctantly, so it is, I think, useless.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So in this way, I thought, okay, if I have interest, so I do with that. Otherwise, no need to do that.
Yeah.
So because we have
So
to do the things in which we have interest, so it
yes,
is
yes.
beneficial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, madam, you have done studies in which field? Your studies in?
From arts, like Bachelor of Arts. I hold a degree of Bachelor of Arts. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So in
In
which subject?
political science, in political or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
history or
Political science.
political, yeah.
Yeah. So I think in
Yes.
your college days or in your school days, you must have already done the writing part. So I think you already written
Yeah.
as a student.
Yes, like I had only subjects, that kind of subject. So we are bound to write all the things in the notebook that time
Yeah, yeah,
when I was in school or college. So I
yeah.
was
Because
totally from Hindi medium. Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether from Hindi medium or like English medium. It
Mm.
doesn't matter actually to me because there are people from in Hindi medium who who are good speakers in English also. Yeah.
Mm.
So in our
Yes,
college days,
yes.
you must have written whatever writing you have done. It is every student in India or even in India, they already must have written some assignment, some project, some homework, some any
Mm.
notes. Yeah, so
Exactly.
much they have already have written in their life. So I think that is that they have written enough in their life. So I think they may or they may not need practice for writing part at least.
Mm. Exactly, exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, how long have you been learning this language? So,
Learning
mm,
I used to learn from a long, you can say quite a long time. You can say almost around 20 years, you can say.
oh my God. Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
but
You are,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It's
but
been long time.
yeah,
Okay. Your studies
that
in,
was
in
that was just a
mhm.
casual. That was just a casual, not serious at all. I'm learning still now. Right
Okay.
from 20 years, it is still going on. I'm not finished yet. I want to still learn. Still want to. I still want to grow.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but this sudden craze and sudden lightning, I started since last month. You can say 1 month.
Last month. Or how long have you been using this application, Skype app?
Since last month.
Okay, so since last month you are consistently talking with the people, converse with the people.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in that way you are improving. Yeah, that's good.
yeah,
This is a very good application.
yeah. So I just want to
So
mention
everyone
now.
is
You
taking.
are you are just
Mm,
saying that you are from Hindi medium. I am from English medium, right? So
right.
I will just come to that now. So actually, my primary education was in native language of mine, and later in high school and my college, it was in English. English medium of instruction was in English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after that, I didn't they get that enough environment so that I can have conversation with the people. As before the starting the conversation, I mentioned you the four pillars, and I said reading, writing, and listening. These are the four, these are the your actual theory type of and speaking is, I think, is it is a practical. So that
Yeah.
theory part I did for theory part I said I did almost for 20 years, but that actually
Mhm.
didn't worked out for me in that way,
Yeah.
in which I, but from this since last 1 month, I think I'm doing quite well with respect to when I actually got involved in speaking with the people.
Mm, right, right. In school time, if we are from the English medium, so most of the time teacher teach us only the like as a like subject. They don't
Yeah,
speak with us like in a proper way. And every time we are not bound to speak every time. Just as a subject, they teach us most of the time. So it is not fruitful for us, I think. In that way, we can't be fluent in English. Right. So if we take as a subject only, so how can we improve? Because most of the time we have to speak in our native language, and then just for as a subject we have to taught by the we have taught by the this kind of like only English in English as a subject only. But
yeah,
yeah, when we are bound to speak in English every time in school, so that will work, I think. Otherwise, it
yeah,
will
yeah.
not work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that is, just also need that kind of environment. You said you will need for that.
Yeah.
So if you
So
don't have
now,
that environment, you have to build the environment for
hmm,
you.
yeah. So now, do you have environment? Like, are you surrounded with those kind of people with whom you can talk?
Actually, I'm not surrounded. I don't have that environment. I got that environment via this app only. So therefore, I think
Okay.
I lagged behind with respect to English speaking. When I
Hmm.
suddenly came across this platform since last month, I developed that and I'm on now. I think I'm doing quite. At least I can see the change within myself. Earlier, after
Yeah.
after having studied for for the whole almost a decade, you can say, either in English medium, it doesn't work. But now, while I discovered this platform, it suddenly I began
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see some changes in my.
Yes. Yeah, we got this platform now out of serendipity. So now we got this kind of platform. So now we are very privileged to have this platform because nowadays most of the people they are using this application and improving their self without
Yeah,
investing any money. So it is
yeah,
good. But now it is unfortunately it is going to be shut down. So
yeah,
later we have to think, okay, what we'll do next if that if once it this
yeah,
application will be shut down. So
yeah.
yeah,
I actually felt very devastated when I heard this news, actually, because
yeah.
I came across this recently, 1 month, and
We have
yeah,
just started our journey here. I have
yeah,
also been using this application for 2 months only. So
yeah.
now I got this news. Oh my God, it is a very bad news for every learner.
Then we have need to shift to other modes of other apps, like
Mm,
I
other
just heard
application.
because
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe there will be any other applications. So because
yeah,
the life will not stop if the something is stopped. So we can't say okay, our life will stop. There is any
yeah,
other option we will get later,
yeah.
right? So yeah.
Yeah, yesterday I was having one conversation with the people. One person told me that you can switch to either Telegram or Zoom, or there now this Skype will be further it will taken over by Microsoft Teams.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe later we can get this kind of application. So we don't know now.
yeah.
So
Let us
yeah,
go
if you
now.
have any,
Let us
mm,
pray and hope for the best.
yeah, right, right.
Yeah,
We should have that kind of hope, right? Every time.
yeah,
So yeah, if you have any question for me, so you can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up our
yeah, yeah.
session if you have.
Ac-
So.
No, actually,
Mhm.
I answered. I think you answered all my queries, and I also tried to answer all your queries. So if
Yeah.
you have anything to ask me,
So
then you can ask.
not now, like
Yeah,
later, when we will connect another call or another time. So we will also share our any kind of question
yeah,
if you
yeah,
have
yeah.
any
No
question
problem.
or
Anytime.
queries. So let's call it a day. So thank you so much
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
giving your precious time to
Yes,
me. Okay,
yes.
thank
I
you.
also
Okay, bye
like to
bye.
thank you, madam, also for you giving your precious time.
Yeah,
So whenever if you are any free time, you can just message me. If I am free, then
yeah,
I
sure,
will
sure.
message you. We can have a
Yeah, sure.
conversation.
We will connect later. Okay, okay, bye bye.
Okay,
Have a
madam.
nice day.
Okay, bye. Okay,
Take
bye, madam.
care.
Take care.